Ads cost will always go up, 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 and up. Guess what? You can actually scale your business and have insane amount of profits even if that happens. What if I say, listen, you can get profitable within your front end, right? No matter what you sell, whether it's a 99 rupee program, 200 rupee, 500 rupee front end workshop, or whatever it is. What if I say you can get profitable on the front end itself by creating what I call as extreme profitable bumps that is natural to sell? What if 50, 60, 70% of the people can go ahead and upgrade more naturally, which increases your average cart value? I'm going to give you the formula, the ideation, and every single thing over there. All right. So, what's this entire video? You're going to have a lot of fun. Okay. I've never shared these kind of stuff. You'll never find this kind of stuff online. So, make sure you watch this, you enjoy this, and I'll come to you after this is done.
By having a person buy again and again and again and again. Yes? Yes? Okay. So one of the techniques to do that is called bump. Please write this down. It's called adding a bump. What does that mean? Now, let's say I come to my workshop page. This is my page. I come over here and I click on enroll now. Do you see this 99 rupee ticket? Yes, everybody? Do you see this 299 ka bump? That means, hey, add this to your order. I'll tell you an example. How many of you guys have been to McD? How many of you guys have been to McD and just had a burger? Just had one burger. Rarely, one or two people in the room. Most of the times, everybody either gets a fries or a Coke or whatever it is. I love their ice creams, man. It's too good. McFlurries. You add multiple things. How many of you guys have done that in the past? Went to McD and just not burger, but you took a lot of things together. Yes? All right. You know, a fun fact, McD's profit margins on their burgers are next to nothing. Their profit margins on Pepsi and fries are infinitely high. So do they make money on burgers? No. Do they make money on all the other things? Heck yeah. This is how businesses are built in general. So what you can do is you can always add a bump and have more people opt in for it. Now, let's make it little amazing. Okay, now 99 and the bump is how much? What are they getting for bump? 3-day lifetime recordings and notes. It's how much? 299 plus 99. What's the price? 398. This is my pricing 2. 99 is my pricing 1. Correct? Very good. I'll share some mathematics with you. 42% of the people take my bump. So if 100 people buy my front end, 42 people buy my bump. 100 into 99, 9,900. 42 into 299, 12,000. Now 12,558 plus 9,900. 22 divided by 100. If I wouldn't have added the bump, my average order value would be 99. Just because I added the bump, my average order value now is, I have doubled. Yes. I've doubled my cart value now. That means I can spend double the more money to acquire a new customer. That's why there is a rule in this industry. If you want to win this game, you need to know this rule. The rule is, whoever, pay close attention, it's a confusing rule. Whoever can spend the most money to acquire a customer will win the game. Let me repeat it. I know a lot of you guys might be confused. What is he saying? Whoever can spend the most amount of money to acquire one customer will win the game. How many of you guys understood this already by raise of your hands? Okay, yes, explain what it is.
Yeah, so when you have the leverage of spending, in this case, the example, 224 to acquire a customer instead of 99. So as you said, many coaches have come and disappeared because their AOV is very low. So when you can add another 120 rupees for to acquire a customer, you will obviously win.
Okay,
So
perfect. Can we all have a big round of applause for her? Good, perfectly right. I'll explain it even easier. Let's say you are there, you have a 99 rupee workshop. You are focused on getting your CPA down. I am focused on getting my average order value up. You are focused on, okay, 99 rupees, my CPA is 100 rupees. How can I get it to 80 and I'll be profitable? Now next year what happens? Your cost goes to 150. And now you're losing 60 rupees or 50 rupees per customer. You're taking losses now. Now 1,000 people, 50,000 ka loss. And you're like, and you reduce your ad spend because you want less losses. Yes or no? Okay. The moment you reduce your ad spend, Facebook gives more priority to me because whoever spends the most money in Facebook's eye, Facebook will give more customers to them. So when you reduce, ads cost will only keep going up. It'll go to 180. Now you don't know how to sustain and you'll be like, funnel is in loss, shut it down. No point running this funnel. Yes or no? I am like, great, 200 rupees cost per acquisition. How can I have my average order value as 300? So now I have the ability to spend 200 rupees to get a customer. You have the ability to only spend 90 rupees to get a customer. So who will win the game? 200. Is when I give more money to Facebook, who's Facebook gonna prioritize, you or me? Me. Because I'm giving more money, very simple. So the point is, whoever can spend the most money to acquire a customer will win the game. Do you know how much it costs me right now to have a 99 rupee buyer inside the room? 300. 99 rupees, 4 to 600, 243 rupees. I'm spending 1500 to get a 99 rupee buyer. Try and beat me now. Can't. This is Diwali times, huh? Everybody, sabke fatake. Everybody is under their fire. Behind everybody's ass there is fire. CPA. It's all time high. Diwali times all time high. Why? Amazon is spending 30 crores a day. Try to compete with them. Flipkart is spending 50 crores a day. Try to compete with them. Diwali times they are like, hello, bacha log, baith jao. It's my time. I'll show you what ad spend is. So naturally CPMs and all these things go high. But if I can sustain in Diwali time where nobody else sustains, where would all the customers come to? Because everybody's ads off. And if they're in need, where would they go? The person who's the most visible. So I naturally win the game. Yes or no? That's how this math is done. Okay? It's just like a business. You got to treat it like one, right? You got to plan your funnels, numbers, economics, maths according to this. I can spend 1500 rupees to get a 99 rupee customer. Some days this also goes up to 2000. I know my break even. My break even is XYZ. Example, my break even is 1800 rupees to get a 99 rupee customer. I can spend up to 1700 rupees and still be profitable. Versus somebody, their break even would be 600, and the moment ads go 700, which it will, you're out of the business. So I focus on getting my average order value as high as humanly possible. That's how you can stick into this game. Now, you might be like, oh, how are you managing this? Well, this is at 3-4 lakhs per day ad spend. You run low ad spend, you'll get decent CPA. But as I said, scale is guts. You need that mindset to scale. Okay? Because eventually there will be a time where market will slap everybody, remove all the coaches, and the only person who will be left is you, and you'll automatically win the game. It's called the last man standing strategy. Right? Whoever is sticking till the end will naturally win the game. You just have to sit for longer time enough. That's it. Okay? It's called the last man standing. Abhi, everybody is in fear right now. Bhai sahab. Okay? How many is in fear right now? What to do? I'm telling you, you put your funnels in such a way, doesn't matter. Now think about it. You might be like, it's this much, right? If you get your average order value to 1600, okay? And your cost per acquisition is 1400. You're making 200 rupees per customer. 200 rupees per, if you get 1000 customers a day, 2 lakhs a day profit. 60 lakhs a month profit. Now I also have the list with me. Now, with the list I can do anything now because that's the traffic that I own. You see in stock markets, how many of you guys have even one single rupee invested in stock market by raise of your hands? The whole room, yes? Okay. Almost 80% of the room. How much percent do you get every year, guys? 15%? 12 to 15%? Yes or no? Okay. So that means your money is doubling in how many years? 6 years. Yes or no? So in stock markets, you're okay to wait for 6 years to double your money. And here you want tomorrow. So the idea and strategy over here is, see right now this all might be like, oh, what's happening? You're getting that overwhelmed because you're not clear on your goals. If I ask to somebody, they'll be like, I want to make 50 crores, 100 crores. Why? Don't know. Want to buy a house? Okay, 10 crores. What else? Want to buy 2 cars? Okay, another 5 crores, 15 crores. Baki ka kya karega? What will you do with the rest of the money? Spend more where? Private jet. Another 1 crore. 5 crores. 20 crores. What next? What else will you do? So the idea is nobody knows money maths. We are running behind validation. Do we want the truth? Heck no. What do we want? We want validation. You know, we want to sound cool when we say, my goal is 100 crores. I want to impact 10 million people. You will give up after you do 20,000 also. So this is basic maths, knowing your money maths. What are your money maths? How much do you really want? Not just running in the air. It's like putting Michael Jordan in a dark room and asking him to shoot. He'll fucking fail. That's it. He can't win in those kind of scenarios. If you think about it, you're playing in those kind of scenarios right now. Right? So all you need is right mathematics. Of course, this won't be the scenario. Let's say your lifetime value per client becomes, I don't know, 50,000 bucks. Are you okay spending 5,000 to get that customer, knowing that you'll make 10x of that in their entire lifetime? You'll still be wealthy as fuck. Okay? 45,000 per customer, you multiply, even if you get 1,000 customers, that's 45 crores. You put 45 crores in the market, you get 15% annual returns every year. You know what that number is? It's 7 crores a year. It's 65 lakhs a month. Show me how you can spend 65 lakhs per month. You guys don't understand money maths. Okay? Just chasing after numbers. Chasing will never get you there. So, the idea is to add bump. Okay, this was all rant coming back. I get into my flow, then I'm like, these people try to be like 100, 500, 1,000. One of my clients, I want to make 3,000 crores. Why? Sound cool. Okay. Bump. You see just how adding one small bump, guys, before 90 rupees per customer, now 224 per customer. 124 rupee plus for one customer. Now, how much can you scale now? Infinite. And it'll still be profitable. I know you all are in like fear right now, but I'll ease that up, don't worry. The idea right now is very simple. How to choose what bumps to do and how to choose what bumps to not do. Some bumps will destroy a business. Some bumps you'll have 80% conversion rate, but because of that bump, nobody will buy at the back end. So that'll destroy your business. So how to know what product to add and what product to not add? I'll show you that. But before that, one of the classic bumps that you can add all time if you're doing workshop recordings on all these things is recording. Recording, notes, workbooks, you can add all these things. These things adds up to the sale. Another thing that you guys can add, I don't do it because I'm too lazy. You can add it, it's called VIP experience. VIP experience simply means before the event begins, I'll spend 1 hour prior the event with you, answering your questions, taking your questions, knowing more about you. Now you can double or triple the price. So if your front end is $199, your VIP can be $499. Now let's do some maths. 199 into 100 buyers. Let's say 499, only 25% people take up.
Can you repeat once again VIP?
VIP simply means I will spend extra time with you. Let's say there is a 3-day event that's happening. VIP matlab I'll have a 4th day personally for you to answer all of your questions. Right? Or VIP can also be like every day after the main session is over, 7 to 9 or whatever, I'll sit with you from 9 to 10 just for VIPs to answer your day 1 questions. Okay? I don't do this because I'm lazy. VIP, if your front end price is 199, VIP can be 499. Feel free to do 999 also. Conversions come aayenge, but you need to do mathematics. Right? So if the 999 price happens, your conversion still won't be 25%. It'll get down to 10%. Or maybe 5%, 6%. You still need to do the maths and see which is getting me a higher average order value. And focus on optimizing that. Okay? So simple maths, let's say this converts at 25%, so 25 people buy this. This is 19,900. Can somebody do this math? 499 into 25. Come again? 12,475. Can you add 19,900 plus 12,475? 22,375. Can you divide it by 100? It's 223. That means I am seeing, okay guys, interesting, very, very interesting. Pay close attention. I added a 499 bump that's giving me average order value of 223. I added a bump of 299, that's also giving me average order value of 220. Now, is VIP making sense here? Yes or no? Who said yes? So these are how mathematics works. You gotta make your funnel work in the sheets first, then you make it live. Alright? So now, if you wanna change and do things, let's say this converts at 35%, now do the maths will be different. Make sense? Now VIP, you also get an additional opportunity to resell them. If you have always tracked this, 70% of our buyers used to come from VIP. I just don't do it, just takes too much my time, blah, I'm always on the road, etc, etc, etc. I can't see the energy. Everybody clear? Yes. Okay. Now the question is, how do you decide what bump and what not? This is very interesting. You guys will have a lot of fun. Okay. Now I'm going to give you guys a lot of examples and the framework behind this. Okay. I've written a bunch of examples for you guys also. One of the easiest template that I give you is recordings and notes. All right. Now, what can you, okay, now there's one more term called OTOs. What does that mean? It's called one-time offers. That simply means after you buy the workshop, you also give them another page that says, hey, by the way, what you see is just on this page. If you want to grab, grab. So another portion of the audience buys from there and you unlock more higher average order value. Okay? Now, there are pros and cons to do that, right? But I'll give you the simplest framework on how to decide what bump or what OTO to add. This will blow your minds, okay? The question to ask is, what's next? Please write this down, everybody. The question to ask while you decide this is, what's next? Matlab, let's take an example of a dating market. Let's say the offer is find your boyfriend or find your desired men or whatever. The question is what? What's next? A bump could be, how do you keep the man forever? How many ways understood what I'm trying to say? Yes? Yes? Such a congruent upsell. So your take rate will always be high, your average order will always be high. You're not able to hear? So let's say your front end offer is get the guy of your dreams. What could be the bump or OTO be? The question you need to ask to derive to that answer is, what's next? The front end is how to get that guy. Okay, now that you've got the guy, what next? How do you keep that guy? Getting my point? What could be, okay, now what's next? What's next? How to get the guy to commit? What's next? So now, when I add these upsells, these are high congruency upsells. Now same, get your desired girl. Second, how to keep that girl. Third, how to have her commit. Another example, weight loss. Let's say your front end is lose weight. What could your upsell be? What's the question? How to maintain your fat loss. What's next? Fix other issues that weight loss causes. Example, diabetes. Example, sugar. How to fix the diseases that weight loss got you. The bump, correct. So basically I'm giving you tactics to increase your average order value. So how do you decide what to add and what not to add? So the question to ask is, what's next? Let's talk about finance, right? Let's say the front end offer is a trading system. What could be a bump or an OTO? What's next? Done for you trades and research reports. What's next? How to do long-term investing, right? So the question to ask is what next? What next? What next? Okay. Perfect. Couple more examples. Let's say the front end is parenting program. Avoid your kids from misbehaving today, right? So what's next? Kids misbehave, right? So let's say the front end is how to have your kids not misbehave. What's next? Program how they'll behave next year. Yes. These are proven upsells. You can program how they should behave the next year. What's next? Learn how their behaviors will affect their adult life. You see? The question is what next? Okay, very nice. Let's say the front end offer is how to become a game developer. How to become a game developer. That's the workshop. What's next? How to get a job as a game developer. You see? What could be the next? How to start a 6-figure gaming business. These are hyper congruent upsells. The take rate on these will be really, really high. Yes or no? Yeah. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Couple more examples. Dog training. Very awesome niche. Crazy big niche. Let's say the front end is find the problem your dog has. Right? So know what's causing the dog suffering and all these things. And find the problem that your dog has. What could be the upsell? Huh? Health coaching for dogs. Learn dog tricks. Learn dog tricks. Yes. What's next? Learn to speak with them. What's next? Make your dog to live a happy and a long life. 100% take rate. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about productivity. Let's say the front end is become productive in your work in less than 20 hours. What's next? I'm going to repeat it once again. Become productive in your work in less than 20 hours. What's next?
Continue being productive after 20.
Socho, guys, dimag lagao. Think. Use that amazing brain that God has gifted you.
Continue being productive after 20 hours.
No. It's such an easy one. Can you all a big round of applause for him? Right? If somebody is looking to be productive, what could be the upsell? Automate your work. Correct? Acha, what's next? How to build a cash generating freedom driven business. Very simple. So the question here is, what next? Okay. One last one. Let's say the front end is learn how to speak Japanese. What could be the next?
Find a Japanese partner.
You guys are thinking too far. I'm asking what's next. Thinking too far. सोचो लेकिन ज़्यादा नहीं थोड़ा. How to write, my man. Let's go. Can you all have a big round of applause for him? Yes. Simple. You learn how to speak. Learn how to write. Acha, you told. Okay. What could be the next? Then job. Let's go. Perfect. Can we all have a big round of applause for him? Right? So the questions to ask, guys, is. The question to ask is.
What's next?
What's next? Right? What's immediate next? Now, why is this working? Why is my bump working? Is the recordings? What's next? So the 3-day event. What's next? I want the recordings and the notes. See, always make sure your upsells and OTOs never hurts your main conversion, because for 100 rupees you'll destroy lakhs of rupees. Understood? Guys, picking up what I'm putting down. For increasing your average order value by 100 rupees, you will kill lakhs of rupees of clients. Because now you're giving too much. You should never give too much. Solve one problem that creates more new problems, and the more new problems ka solution is your offer. Example, guys, learn how to sell from stage. How many of you would love to learn that from me by raise of your hands? Perfect. Let that be my front end. What would be my core offer be? Learn how to get clients pehle, who can sit in your rooms. So you can solve a step 2 problem, and for the rest of it, you can have your core. This is called a nut and a bolt. This is how you can choose your topics of your workshops also. This will be very fun for all of you. Nut and bolt simply means, see, if this is the entire machine, a nut and bolt is a small part, yes or no? I hope that clarifies in itself. Let's say this is your entire core. Pick one tiny problem to solve. Solve this problem on your live event and be like, by the way, you have this problem also. Without solving this, nothing would change. Introducing ABCD. Okay? So a nut and a bolt of your entire suite. So the idea over here is, if this is your entire pie, pick one problem and you can build on that. Okay? Like for example, I can teach master webinar selling, but how do you have people buy your webinars first? How to do ads that fills your webinars? How to deliver? How to upsell? How to create your own mastermind, right? How many of you guys want to have your own set of masterminds, 5, 10, 15 lakhs here by raise of your hands? Yeah, that's another skill in altogether, yes or no? And let's say you solve that nut and bolt. Then you introduce, by the way, this is just a nut and bolt. There are these many more problems that I want to spend and solve for you. So right now you just spent 3 days with me. I want to invite you to spend 3 months with me. Does that make sense? Yes. So you solve a small problem that creates bigger problems, and then you solve the bigger problems at your core offer. Okay? Clear? Perfect.
Initially, we are putting up 499 value to acquire the customer. So if we are targeting high value customers, so can we put up 1099 and likewise?
Yes, but you should have enough cash flow to afford that much CPA. Matlab, in a lot of markets where you're, let's say, very, very broad. For example, Ankur Wariko, right? How to start a startup. Very broad. Okay? Now Ankur can sell a course on the front end because he doesn't have anything on the back end. He has no upsell, guys. So don't collide wrong business models. Okay? For some of you, it's like, I'll try to sell a course first, then sell something more expensive. Doesn't work. Because nobody completes courses. How many of you guys agree with me? Nobody completes courses. And the objection will always be like, Dekhunga, fir I'll come. First let me watch, then I'll come. They will never watch. Don't drown them with information. Now you might be like, but Shubh, you have also given a 2 crore ka launch breakdown. But whose launch breakdown I have showed them the how, not the what. For the what, they still have to come and buy my program. And it's a 20-minute video. Kya dekh loge? Dekho. So now you guys have the power to have infinite amount of average order value. You can have very, very high average order value. One of the reasons why I like Pratik's funnel is uska average order value is infinite. Why he's selling real estate at the back end. Compete kar hi nahi sakte ho. 2 crore, 3 crore, 5 crore. Even if you spend 1 crore to get a customer, you still 4 crores profit. Who will win this game? The person who has the highest average order value and highest lifetime value per customer. You have this and you have this. This is your products. This is how you sell your products. Cool. Products may you have your core offer that you sell, and your back end is what you sell to these customers. For example, you guys are in Millions in Days Mastery. This is my front end program. Correct? We have the category empires at the back end. This is a private client program. This is at the back. Okay, now MDM, which is millions in days mastery, is my front end. Now to sell my front end, I have workshops. That's it. No, nothing to confuse. Do you guys know why insurance companies are really, really big? Because you renew it till the next 10 years. You know what's the churn rate? Nobody can beat an insurance business. Why? 2% churn rate. Well, if 100 people buy insurance, only 2 people back out. All of you guys have insurance, correct? You guys pay premium every year, correct? That's it, because you have recurring. I need to add one customer once, and that will keep giving me every single year minus 2%. 2% is nothing. Imagine all of you guys close clients worth of 1 crore this year. And you know that these guys are going to continue for the next 10 years with 2% churn rate. Then you won't be focusing on getting the clients. You will be focusing on keeping the clients. Yes or no? Schools and colleges, yeah, very big business. Why? Churn rate next to none, 1%. And if the school has done a good job, the kid is from there from the 1st to 12th grade. Completely there. Okay? So an average order value on schools and colleges is also very, very, that's how IIT is such a big thing. Does that make sense? So guys, whoever has the highest average order value will win the game. That's it. Perfect. Now this is how you increase the average order value. Clear? Mind blown? Sure. Okay. Or complicated? Keeping up the pace? Good. Something that has a higher use time. For example, 2-hour course, 20 video series. Done for you, sure, you'll give it on the front. But what will your upsell be? It also should be congruent. So I can give done for you logo, then done for you consulting at the back. Now this is congruent. I know this will work always, right? So that's how you need to plan. You need to be clear on your main offer. So you make sure nothing hurts this. You only add bumps that increases your conversions, not decreases your conversions. Example, how many of you guys want some of the best bumps of all time? List down 10 objections your client has, turn that objections into bumps. Right? Now what is happening? Even if they buy and even if they watch the video, they're just killing their objection, which is good for you because more sales for your main offer. Don't overcomplicate. One bump for now. Okay? Get started with one. The reason I'm teaching you these things is because I just don't want you to be one of those consumers. I want you to commit to the art of this game. I want you to commit to mastery level. You know science behind every single thing. You know what's working, what's not working, why is this working, why is this not working. So you have enough judgment to know what to do next. Is that clear, everybody? Yes, because that's how you become the master of the game. All right, now let's get into economics, guys. Okay, how do you know if a funnel would work or not? Yes or no? How would you know that, right? First, you need to know how much ad spend. For example, okay, let me do it on a sheet. That will be much better. I would write how much is the ad spend. Okay. Now, Pele, please focus over here. Write it down later. If you understand this, everything will work. I spend 30,000 on ads. Okay. Now, how many leads will I get? So I'm going to divide 30,000. Let's say I'm running a free funnel. All right. Let's say the cost per lead of the free funnel is $100. Cool. Perfect. Now I'm going to divide this by 100. Yes. So that means my ad spend is okay. How many leads? Okay. Now, the moment I get the leads, I need to track my show ups. On free, the average show up rate becomes 30%. But never take good case scenario. I always take bad case scenario. So I'm going to take 25%. 30% is also the bad case scenario if you do it right. But yeah. So I'm going to take 25%. That means how many people show up? Clear? Perfect. Now let's say I sell something for 10,000 bucks. Cool? Okay. Now out of these show ups, ATP. What is ATP? Please write this down. It's called at the pitch. How many people do I have hanging on at the pitch? So let's say if you do a good job writing your events, at least 80%. That is 60 people. Yes, no? Now my conversions Let's say I convert at 12% on a 10K product. Correct? Okay, 60 multiplied by 12%, which is 7. Now, revenue, 7 into 71,000. Now, profit, which is 70,000 minus 30,000. Profit is good funnel, yes or no? Very good. We are putting 30,000, we are making 41,000 profit, right? But you shouldn't just focus on one calculation. You should focus on at least 2 to 3 calculations. So you know all of your worst case and you know all of your best case. Cool? Okay. So I'm gonna just simply reduce the size a little bit. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste it over here also. Now I'm gonna take my cost per lead is not 100 but 130. Shit can go wrong, yes or no? Cool. Show ups, I'm gonna take still 25%. At the pitch, I'm gonna take, you know what, I shit the bed, 60%. Conversions 10%. Revenue is this much, so I spent 30 to make 34. Profit is 4,600. Good or no? Okay, okay. Still I'm profitable. I copy this again. I run another scenario where I know my cost per lead won't go above 130. I know that, but my show ups, I think it can go 20%. At the pitch is also fine. Conversions can also be 10%. That's also fine. But what if my conversions are less like 6%? It can happen. Then I'm at minus 13K. Good or bad? Bad. I know the worst is I should be ready for this much. I should be ready for minus 15K, 14K. But now I also need to know the constraint. Where is the funnel bumping? Right? So if it's conversions, then I'm going to focus more on conversions. So the way you can find this is when you do your first beta launch, which is what me and my team is behind your lives to do. So the moment you do your first launch, you understand the mathematics. Then you optimize and tweak and do all these things accordingly. Is that clear, everybody? Yes? Okay. Now I'm going to run a different scenario altogether. Now my ad spend is, let's say, same. I'm going to take a little bit higher number. Let's say it's 50,000. Let's say now I'm running a paid funnel. Okay? Let's do some mathematics over there. Let's say my paid funnel. Okay, pay close attention. This will get much interesting. Let's say my cost per acquisition to get a 249 rupee customer is 500 rupees. Cool? Okay, so I'm going to divide it by 500. So how many customers? So I'm going to write as customers, workshop customers. This I'm going to put it as W customers. Okay? Cool? Revenue. How much? 100 divided by 100 multiplied by? Very good. So how much did I make back? Very nice. Now, let's say I have a bump. Let's do a easy scenario first. We'll go complicated later. Okay? Now, I've done an ad spend of 50,000. My CPA is 500. That means when I divide this by this, I get 100. So that means I have 100 workshop customers. Yes or no? Yes, no? Okay. Revenue is 24,900. Okay. Now total, whether let it be profit or loss, doesn't matter, which is this minus this. So I'm in a loss of 25,000. Okay, perfect. Now 100 people have bought the tickets. Yes or no? Okay. Now day one, show ups. I'm going to consider 60% show ups on day one. How many people show up on day one? Very good. Now day two, show ups. I'm going to consider only 80% of these guys show up on day two, which is how much? Very nice. Now let's say on day two I do the pitch. My conversion rate is 10%. That means deposits is 48 divided by 10%. No, Okay, which is 4. Yes or no? So if I were to round it off, it's 5. Because it's 4.8, it's above 5. Okay. Now I have 5 deposits, yes or no? Now let's say my conversion rate, my total conversion, final. Okay. Okay, my final conversions are, let's say, only 70% of this. Just how many? 3. Okay. Now let's say my product offer price is I'm gonna take 60,000 bucks. How much do you make back? Here is the maths. Let me run it once again. Ad spend is 50,000. My CPA is 500. Customers I'm getting is 100. Revenue from ticket sales, I'm gonna write ticket sales, is 24,900 which is 100 multiplied by 249, which is your ticket price. Total loss is minus 25,100. But now you have 100 people, out of which 68 show up, 60 show up, 48 show up on day 2. You only converted 10%, which is 5 deposits. You convert only 3, 2 back off or you reject. Your price is 60,000. Let's say my price is only 40,000. Will it still work? Yes, it's still giving me 3x. So now the question is, guys, if you are giving me 50,000 and I give you 1.5 lakhs back, how many times would you do this transaction? What would be my next response? Is scale. Till this number matches, that you spend 10 lakhs and you only make 10 lakhs back. Scale. Leverage this profit. Scale. It's for Sasirika, that's why I say scale. Why? Because I know these beautiful numbers are not going to be there. Right? At scale, it's not going to be there. Where you spend 200 rupees to get a 250 rupee customer. Okay? Leverage it till it is. Like rapid scale. Right? Till that moment you are breaking even. Okay? So if you can see the math, revenue is this much. Total revenue is ticket sales plus this revenue, which is 1.59 lakhs. Now how do you find profit? Profit is this minus this. So you have profit of 1,09,300. Profit. That too in a week. You have 3x your money in a week. In stock market, it would have taken you 12 years. Maths. I'll show you maths. Day 3 show-ups, let's say. It's only 60% of day 2 because you've sold. Some people won't come again, blah, blah, blah. So only 28 people show up. Correct? Okay. Now day 3 deposits. Let's say you only get not 10%, you only get 4%. Which is another 1 deposit, which will be total deposits of 1 plus 5, which is 6. So if I were to do this math over here, which will be this 4, now the math changes altogether. Now 4 into 40,000, which is revenue of this much and ad spend of this much. Clear, everybody? Yes? Now this is again what? This is a good case scenario. The idea is to run all the scenarios pre-hand. Okay? So this will give you more clarity. Now you have to sit and do all these maths. When you show me the funnel, these maths run like this in my mind. And I know if it will work or not. Now you know how. It's not my instinct. Is I calculate good case scenario, done. Worst case scenario, done. Best case scenario, done. Not good, don't do this.
So, all right, I hope you loved this video. Now, here's what I want you to do. Think about the pump ideas that you can use and implement in your own funnels, in your own businesses and so on. So you can have massively high cart values, okay? Second, comment down what that is so I'll personally read and review it as well. Third, make sure you click on the button, subscribe button, the red beautiful button, so you get more videos like this from our private masterminds, our private clips, our private trainings that other people pay lakhs and lakhs and lakhs of rupees for. Have fun. More than anything, click on that subscribe button. Why? Because we're going to bring a lot of more cool, awesome videos just like this Look forward to seeing you on most of the videos. Take care.